Is it on? Is it on, honey? Is this bitch recording? What's up, YouTube land, Twitter land, Instagram land, Snapchat, Grindr, Scruff, BGC, Jacked, and all that other shit? This is TS Madison coming to you loud, live, and always and forever in color from the Outlaws podcast with none other than me. Bitch, let me tell you something. I am so excited because y'all have been requested, y'all have been writing, you have been tweeting, you have been Instagramming, y'all been doing all stuff. My guest today is the legend, bitch, the fucking legend. I don't even know how to say nothing else but the legend. Bitch, Luenell. Luenell! Listen, this been my girl for so long. Like, we fell in love with each other at first sight.
First meeting.
I want to tell you that the reason why I love Luenell because Luenell's story is very deep, and she's very unapologetic about who she is. She's unapologetic about where she's from. She has been a comedian for so long. I'm not gonna do the thing of like talking about her. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it over to Luenell because there's a section of our show. It's called Talk Your Shit. And on this section of our show, I allow the guests to talk their shit. I want you to tell me who you are, what you do, what you're proud of. This is your time to shine, so don't hold back. All right, so that's the white way.
Is that already? We're starting with me talking my shit?
That's the white way of saying it. But the nigga way of us saying this shit is, bitch, I want you to look in that camera and tell them hoes, bitch, they can't fuck with you because you did this, you done won this, you did that. Bitch, I got this and that. I'm the boss up in this bitch. And I don't want all your accolades. I want you to run them down. All who you know, what you do, how you do. I want you to run that shit down. I don't want any modesty. I don't want no humility.
Oh, well.
None of that shit. I want you to look at, my name is Luenell and.
Okay. Well, Batty, okay. Hi, everybody. What up, outlaws and lunatics? My people is lunatics.
Yeah.
I'm Luenell, one name. My last name, I don't use it because I don't want to be affiliated with the people affiliated with that name.
Okay.
Okay. So, like Malcolm X.
Luenell X.
Luenell X. I am very appreciative to be here because before I talk about me, I want to talk about you.
Okay.
I don't like everybody. Okay? I don't like everybody for several different reasons. But when I fuck with you, I fuck with you. And one of the reasons that I fuck with you is because your articulation, everybody can't articulate. You are able to express things from a sensible, all-inclusive type of thing, not just your way, the way, you know? And I've listened to you and I've watched several interviews and I've been your friend, and I've been on your side, and I think that when you own your truth and you know who the fuck you are, you can stand in that shit and you do that, and that won my soul, okay? Now, as far as me, now Maddie's talking about don't hold back and don't do this and don't be modest, but I think that braggadociousness is gross. Like, I don't do that. I will say some things. So I was born in Tollett, Arkansas. Population like maybe 200 if there's somebody pregnant right now. Other than that, it might be about 160. Small, rural, country town, not even a city. It's not even on the map where I was born. If you get a map of black townships and settlements, you'll find Tollett, Arkansas on there. Maybe we made it to a map somewhere now, but we weren't even on the map. I was born in my grandfather's house with a midwife. I didn't have a birth certificate till I was like a couple months old. I have 7 brothers and sisters. I'm the 8th of 8 children. I have like 17 nieces and nephews, and I'm very proud to be an auntie. I have 1 daughter. She has no children yet, and we're fine with that. So I'm not a grandma. That's how you get blocked on my Instagram. If a motherfucker say, "What up, granny?" Block, bitch. I'm not a grandmother. I don't play grandmothers. I'm not trying to be a grandmother, but when I am one, you will know. but you can call me auntie because that's I'm from Arkansas, so that's a word of endearment, a title of endearment to me. Some women don't like to be called auntie, but I think they got they misunderstood. They misunderstand the connotation. That's the love language for us black people, okay? I've been in the game, the entertainment game, for like almost 35 years and been doing stand-up for like 32. The first realm of entertainment I was ever in was in church choir. Because that's like you have rehearsal on Wednesday, you have a show on Sunday, and you better not fuck up because you hear about it the next Wednesday from some mean choir director, that you have. So that's why I got my first exposure to being in front of people, besides playing Mrs. Santa Claus in like kindergarten or some shit like that. And then I went into theater because even though I was born in Arkansas and raised in Oakland, California, my parents, or the people who were raising me, got me out of Oakland and moved me to the suburbs. They were well-to-do black folks, even though my uncle, who was substituting as my father, was head of custodians, and my mom, who was really my aunt, was a nurse. But those are viable jobs in the day, and you could make money at that time. They did. They moved us from Oakland to a place called Castro Valley. Very white, very suburban. I was educated in all white schools all the way through college. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in English literature. Because I was in the white schools, I would try out for the plays, but I could never be the lead in the play because I was black. And Annie Gets Your Gun, they don't want to make the bitch with the gun be black. So I was always in the background. So I would go from from Castro Valley back to Oakland to the theater company, the Oakland Ensemble Theater Company there. I feel that coming from the theater has made me a better stand-up because you learn more about how to work a whole stage, not just stand in one place. You work through your stage fright or whatever like that. You learn how to work the balconies. There's people up there too. You got to acknowledge them too, and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, I moved on from there and got to audition for 2 movies in the Bay Area. My first movie was So I Married an Axe Murderer, which is Mike Myers' first movie before he ever did Austin Powers or anything like that. Got that, filmed that. Then there was another movie that I auditioned for when I was pregnant. I think the director and them, which was Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer, I think they thought I was just fat. But I was actually pregnant. But now I'm fat and I'm not pregnant. So there's that. But I got that movie, and that was The Rock, starring Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. That's the movie that got me my Screen Actors Guild card. After that, I moved to L.A., and that's when my comedy career actually started in Long Beach. People think it started in Oakland, but it didn't. It started in Long Beach. And that's because I had a roommate. I was working at the bank, and we had a lovely 3-bedroom apartment in Long Beach, me and my girlfriend, who was a call girl. She was a tall, beautiful British girl. She looked like Sade, but thicker like you. And she had a beautiful accent, and she could talk the pants off any man. She was just charming and lovely and everything like this, right? So one of her tricks fell in love with her, made her stop hooking. They started dating. This guy ran a comedy club in Long Beach. It was called Miss Wiz back in the day. And he would be at the house, and I'd be talking shit or whatever. And he said, you're really, really funny. You need to come down to my comedy club. The minute you walk in, I'm going to put you on. I was like, I don't want to be no motherfucking comedian. I want to sing background for Luther Vandross. See, the drugs was good back then, Maddie. I just knew I was going to be a background singer for Luther. Ha shit. Couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be a background singer for Luther. But one summer day, me and my girls were sitting on the patio of said apartment in Long Beach, and made margaritas in the sort of like this.
Yes.
Sort of like this. And have made some margaritas in the blender. Cheers.
Yes, ma'am.
And I had thought about something that had happened to me, or some stories that had happened to me. Even to this day, I'm not a joke teller. I'm more of a storyteller. And I thought of this story, and I thought it was funny. And I said, well, let's go down to this club and see what this boy talking about, your boy, right? So we all get in the car. I'm going somewhere with this story. We all get in the car, and we go down to Miss Wiz, to Long Beach, to the club. And the minute I walked in, he's like, oh, you made it. You're here. I'm going to put you on next. I'm like, okay. So he did, and I went up on stage, and I talked about, the situation and everything. And actually killed it. I've never been booed in my life. Everybody says, everybody's been booed. Not me. I've never been booed. I've got the silent treatment. I've gotten crickets before, but I've never been booed. So I did my first show, killed it. I stepped off the stage, and this little short, dark-skinned black man came up to me, and he said, you's a funny little bitch. And I said, well, thank you. He said, you need to come down to my club. And he gave me his card, and that was the late, great Robin Harris.
Oh.
So I met Robin Harris on the first day that I ever did comedy ever. And I went down to his club, and you meet a young DL, a young Jamie Foxx, a young, Gary Owen, young people who are moguls now. And then they used to have a festival in Atlanta called Laugh-A-Palooza. I used to come down for that. And this shit just sort of snowballed. Comic View started. Now black people can be on TV doing comedy on a weekly, damn near daily basis. And then Def Jam came after that. And then some of the movies came. But I never got into any of the, I was never part of Fridays or never part of, Different World or anything like that. And I could not figure out why. I've just come to know why recently.
We'll get into that.
Yes. And so, anyway, those things have led me to where I am today. There's been a lot of tragedies along the way. I served a time in jail for robbing a bank because the bank didn't pay enough. And the bank was going to go out of business. And I knew it. I was working at the bank, see? And I had been working at previous banks before. And so I knew, I said, this bank about to go out of business. I could tell because they weren't doing things correctly. I had been everything in the bank from new accounts to bookkeeper to regular teller to vault teller. And that's where they fucked up. They let me in the vault.
Oh, bitch.
But you don't go in by yourself.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know whether they didn't have cameras then. This is, 20-something years ago. I'm a law-abiding citizen now.
Slightly.
Slightly. Slightly. When need be. And so I went into the vault with this girl, but the bitch turned her head. I don't know. I just reached out, grabbed somebody, put it in my ample bosom, and worked the rest of the day. I got home, that motherfucking money was wet because I'd been sweating all day. But I took it, I didn't take it because I was trying to help nobody. I just took the fucking money because I knew they was going out of business. They wasn't paying well. Tellers are the face of the bank. You're the reason that people bank at the bank.
Yes.
Not because of the supervisor, because of the tellers. And I felt like we wasn't getting paid right. You work 2 weeks and get a check for $235. Now, this was 20 years ago.
Okay.
But still, I didn't feel like it was right, so I made it right.
How much did you take, Luenell?
$50,000.
Oh!
But $50,000 back then was like $1.5 million now. And so anyway, I got away with it for over 10 years. And if I had not taken so much money, I would have just got away with it because they finally did bust me because the feds came in and everything. And I admitted to it, and I went to jail, and then I got out on my own recognizance. They said, when you come back to jail, we're going to sentence you. I was like, okay. Pew! And I came back. I absconded and came back to Oakland. But my name was in the paper every week because I was doing comedy shows every week. And I was like, oh, my God, they're going to get me one day. But what happened was when I had my baby, I filed for WIC and the milk and programs and all that. And them Social Security numbers crossed up, and they came to the Bay, and they came and got me and took me back to Long Beach and put me in jail. I had a new kid, and it was very depressing and all that. So all those things, like every comic has got stories like this because comics are always on the verge of becoming some kind of thug or gangster. Really, we're just unconventional people. We don't like to be told what to do. We've had jobs. All of us, they didn't work out. because God had another path for us.
Yep.
You try to do the right thing, then you have to do what God tells you to do.
Right.
And no matter what my content or not, no matter what my language, the point is that my heart likes to make people happy. And to talk about what's real. Because I don't, I'm not in there like, why the chicken cross the road type shit. I'm like, more like, where'd they get these unqualified presidential assassination shooters?
Right. I know some niggas in the hood that'll do that'll off your top.
Don't steal my tagline, man. Period. So anyway, I've made some accomplishments and stuff like that, and all that shit is really irrelevant because I'm just here to be here and be open book about whatever you want to talk about. But I don't want to sit and just be like, I've done this and I've done that and I've done this and I've done that. There's people who would get a whole nut doing that, but I don't get off doing that. If you want to know about me, you can Google me. If half the shit is wrong, you figure out what's wrong and what's right. I ain't got time to be doing all that shit.
So, Lunell, in that story, I want to go back to a part where you said that you took 50,000 and you went on about your business.
Mm-hmm. I lived. I tipped. I valeted. I drank Vouv. I ate well. I didn't do a motherfucking thing. No, I think I paid for my parental figures at that time to come to Long Beach. I put them up in the Sheraton. I got them a suite. I paid for the meals, valet, and drinks. They should have known I'd stole some money then. I hadn't been able to do a motherfucking thing that caused them a bunch of anguish and shit until then. They should have known. But just like every good parent, they take the perks.
Yeah.
They'll take the hot jewelry and the furniture.
Yeah. So they got you because you went back home and you motherfucking went back to the comedy club.
Yeah.
Telling jokes.
It was the baby. It was the baby that got me caught.
It was you going out for the wig.
Yeah.
And they like, hold on now. The last 4 digits is 3373. And this bitch out here, and we've been looking for these last 4 digits, 3373.
I am right here. I need some milk.
It's like, bitch, my baby needs some milk. I done ran out that $50,000, bitch. I done motherfucking lived that $50,000 up.
Yeah.
And they told you, hey, ma'am.
No, it was... I was watching Young and Restless. Just had breakfast.
Did Victoria fall off the cliff by this time?
No, she had not fallen off the cliff at that time.
At that time, she did.
Not yet. No.
So you missed Victoria falling off the cliff?
Yes. I missed Princess Diana's funeral because while I was locked up, the car accident happened. Mm-hmm. They showed all the coverage, but the day of the funeral, we got locked down and we couldn't watch no TV. So I didn't get to see that.
So they knocked on the door, and the first thing they said was, "Hi, Lunell."
My girlfriend was there, thank God. She answered the door, and I heard, what a Fed voice sound like? Don't sound, we're here. This is the residence of Luenell, whatever. And she said, well, she's not here right now, because she's a gangster bitch, too. She know not to say, yeah, come on in. White men with suits on. She's like, she's not here right now. And I'm like, fuck. And so I had the baby and shit. And they said, well, do you know where she is? Like, I don't know where she is. So I put the baby down on the couch, and I open the sliding glass door, and I dip out, and I hop over the banister, and I take the fuck off. But they're the feds, so of course they had the building surrounded, so they got me in the driveway. My girlfriend luckily was able to keep the baby. I do have a baby daddy, and he came and got the kid. And, when you go to jail, Diddy, they go through all your shit. Somebody's got to pack up your place. Well, for mine, they did. And, if you got jewelry and stuff, don't nobody know how long you're going to be gone. So all that, you get stole from when you go to jail, just in case then y'all think about
go to jail.
Yeah, your shit.
They confiscated.
They're gonna get it.
How long did you stay in?
Well, since they had not found my priors, they thought that this was like my first offense. So they were gonna give me a year, but I think if you get a year and a day, you go to prison. But it was my first offense. I didn't have to go to prison. So I did like 4 months and 18 days in the county.
Oh, you did good for 50,000.
Yeah, I'd do it again. No, I wouldn't. No, not now. No, not now. But what I'm saying is I don't regret it. I don't regret it because nobody can, when I talk to my daughter, it's not something I read. This is something I know. Nobody can tell me about jail. I've been there. Nobody can tell me about appreciating what you have more than a motherfucker that's been to jail. I appreciate hot water. I appreciate silverware. I appreciate not eating my pancakes with a spoon. I appreciate salt and pepper. You know, I appreciate a pillow. I appreciate all that shit that you take for granted. Toilet paper.
Damn.
When you need it.
Damn.
Underwear that fits.
Damn.
Yeah. So, you never been incarcerated, Maddie?
Yes.
I think from my Google alert says.
Yes, I have been incarcerated.
How long did you do?
I didn't stay very long the times that I went. Because they were with an S.
Period.
Because I did do it. It was times
so
that I went.
Were you boosting? What were you doing?
Well, it was actually for driver's license. Listen, the Lord, let me tell you what the Lord did. The Lord covered me through prostitution. Because when I was a prostitute.
Not me.
He covered you, Luenell. You ain't
I mean, yeah, he covered me, but I was on them streets for a minute. I only held for 2 weeks.
And what happened in them 2 weeks, Lunell?
Well, okay, first of all, how did you become a prostitute, Lunell? Because I met this guy named Freddie.
Okay, let's do it.
Freddie's dead, I
Lunell,
think.
how did you become a prostitute?
Well, I was at a place in Oakland called Lake Merritt, where a lot of people used to congregate, where the finest of the fine would be out there, and you'd lay out there, and you could lay out on a blanket and listen to music and stuff like that. And this guy met this guy, and he was foreign, and his name was Freddie. And so, you know, googly eyes and stuff. And then, you know, you fuck a couple times and it's love.
What?
And then he'd be like, yo, I need you to do something for me. And then that's when the shit comes in. So.
He had to test the goods at first.
Well, they all do, but then they don't fuck you no more because that's the mind fuck of a pimp. They'll give you the dick, but then they'll pull back because they're not really here to fuck you. They need that pussy to make them some money, so they can't be gouging you out. Anyway.
The more you learn.
So what had happened was, I think that I was on the street on San Pablo, and a family friend who was a cop saw me and pulled over. What the fuck are you doing out here? I just came from theater. I still got all my shit. He didn't believe me. So I said, well, he said, get in the motherfucking car. And I did. And he said, you want me to take you home? I was like, no, take me to my friend's house over on Chestnut in Oakland. But that was where the player was and shit. So he let me out, and I went in. The motherfucker seen that the police was out. I said, what the fuck you doing? Bring the police here? I didn't have it. And then, so I laid down and went to sleep because I needed some sleep, and he did too. But what I didn't know was that the white hose was in the bed with him. So I woke up, and I looked in there because I called myself going to go get in bed with him. There's 2 white bitches in the bed with Freddie. So I took the gun, the dope, and the money, and I ran and got on a Greyhound bus and went to L.A.
Lunell, you going to take, if they don't give you the money, you going to take it. That's what,
but I don't have to do that no more because now they give it to me. My life of crime is over, Maddie.
Shit.
We starting from the back. No, I don't have to steal a motherfucking
No, I know you
thing.
got to steal, but if they don't pay you your money, you ain't going to show up. But if they don't give it to you, you going to take that bitch.
Well, in some way or another, I will get it.
Because I'm that way too.
No, I get my money.
Oh, I know. But sometimes we as color folk, we get our money, but sometimes we got to shake down.
No, because see, I have a team now, and I don't have to resort to the gangster tactics of the past that we used to. You know, people who give you bad checks and people that don't happen no more.
Okay, but you still know how to get there if you need to.
Bitch, please. Once a gangster, always a gangster. You know.
So, Luenell, you know. What is that movie that you were, I know the name of it, but you was a stripper.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
It's an Adam Sandler film.
The Adam Sandler film.
Sierra played my daughter.
Baby.
And there's a bunch of stars in it.
When I tell you,
And my titties were out
your
to the
titty,
whole...
those was your real titties out.
No, of course not. Mm-mm. What they did was, and it's a really good movie. It's really fun, you guys.
Very much so.
That's my boy.
You remember it? It's an Adam Sandler movie. It's called That's My Boy. And she was scripping. She was the scripper. Oh,
what
my God.
happened? Okay, so, at one point I had to be upside down on the stripper pole. I was eating eggs and drinking orange juice, right? It went all in my face. If those were my real titties, they'd have been in my mouth, right?
Yeah.
Upside down. So they made a cast of my titties, and they made this bra that had nipples on it, and then they painted it to match my skin tone, and then they made a outfit around it and sewed me up in that.
And flipped you over.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
I do the craziest shit.
Yes, you do. And that's what I love you for. Like that you're not afraid. You're no holds barred with it. What was it like meeting Adam Sandler? Like with this, was he like? You're a person that you come in awe with when you meet you, and it's just like he's a comedy. He's funny, but you're funny. What was it? Did he say, I've been watching you and it's like, you're so funny?
Well, no, the audition came through. My agents said, you got to audition. And it's a movie it was called something else first.
Yeah, they masked it.
They changed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, you're going to be auditioning for Adam Sandler. And I'm like, come on. I said, Adam Sandler don't know who I am. They're like, he very much knows who you are. He wants you to audition for this movie. So I auditioned, and I got it. But then working with Adam, he's really, 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 really cool, salt-of-the-earth type guy. He plays basketball with the guys during, when they have to turn the set around or do whatever like that, change the cameras. He's used the same black cameraman for like 8, 9 movies. But then that guy passed away. Adam was really, really hurt by that. He, got his crew and he fucks with the same people, but he bred you out. He provided my daughter with her very first-class flight because that movie was filmed in Boston. But I missed my kid, and he flew her out for me. And then he provided a masseuse for me. My girlfriend was a masseuse, but she got to get on the payroll because, bitch, them stripper moves is not easy. Mm-hmm. And what you think is going to hurt is really your wrists and like your inner thighs because you got to do a lot of this and a lot of this and a lot of this and a lot of this. And my fucking wrists. And so I had masseuse to help me pull myself together, because I was a mess. And I got trained by a full-figured pole dance instructor. So she knew how to distribute the weight. Plus, I had on these heels, and the shit was it was madness. And then it was really, really fun to do because there was a lot of celebrities in the movie. Tony Orlando, Todd Bridges, coach of the Jets, Ryan, whoever the Jets coach was. That's my phone. So I'm sorry to
That's
sit on
right.
this bitch, but the money don't stop. Look
I know.
Look, TMZ. They must found out I was here.
Girl.
I didn't tell them.
They always knowing something.
I know something. And so, Rex Ryan, that's who the coach was. And just, Sierra, of course, and just a lot of Susan Sarandon's daughter is in it. Susan Sarandon is in it. So, and James Caan was in it. I couldn't believe we went to the table read that I was sitting across from all these people. So that was a really fun experience. And then he hired me for Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2 to do voices in that. So I actually did 3 movies with Adam Sandler.
Wow. And Eddie Murphy, you did you were in Dolomite.
Is my name, and Coming to America too.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh shit. Also, in Coming to America too, can I ask you questions?
You can ask me anything you want.
What happened with you and Leslie Jones?
We actually made up.
Okay, good.
We made up on the set of Coming to America because we had some misunderstandings, in the past, and we really never sat down and talked about them. I'm trying to be diplomatic and discreet.
Okay, we respect it.
But we, but I'll tell you later.
Yeah. But we respect it because y'all queens and y'all queens and y'all in a good space now.
Are we both queens? Maybe that's why she didn't like me. But that's not why. But we have misunderstandings, but I think we squashed them pretty much now. I don't say that we're going to go on fucking girls trip vacation together, but I could work with anybody. I knew I had to work with her. I knew she was the star. She was the star Coming to America, too. And I think it's the best work she ever fucking did. Better than Saturday Night Live or any of that shit. I think she was really, really good in Coming to America, too. If you guys haven't seen it, I suggest you see it.
It's very good.
People try to talk shit about that.
They did.
Here's the thing for me about Coming to America, too. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. First of all, it was an honor to work with Eddie, Arsenio, John Amos, Garcelle, and a lot of the original people that was in the first one. Second of all, we filmed on Tyler Perry Studios. Say what you want about Tyler, and there's a lot to say. But when you go on that studio lot, you're in awe.
Yeah.
And then when you go past the studios that are named after our black icons, Ossie Davis and Ruby Dee, Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah Winfrey, Sidney Poitier, Cecily Tyson. If you think about all the movies that these motherfuckers have made for white Hollywood, and they don't have their name on a fucking thing in a studio nowhere, and Tyler honored all of them, and Cecily before she passed as well, you got to give him props for that. Plus, you're running around Tyler Perry's studio that he owns, and everybody's dressed in the most fabulous African attire, except me. I wore American shit. But they were dressed to the nines because Ruth Carter, who is the only black woman to win an Emmy for wardrobe, and she did the wardrobe for Black Panther and for Dolomite and for other things that Eddie has been affiliated with. To have her be there and dress, and they had the best hair people and all that. So I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I think the motherfucking movie is funny as fuck.
I do too.
Yeah.
I really saw Wesley Snipes.
Oh my God, he was so funny.
Yes. He was like, this could mean what?
Yeah. He's like, oh, but you don't have a son.
No.
With a nut sack.
Bitch.
It was funny.
It was so much funny
I didn't think he could get funnier than Dolomite because he was funny. Wesley was in Dolomite.
My God.
He was funny as fucking Dolomite.
Yes.
And then he was really, really funny in Coming to America. So.
Yes, because Dolomite, he was funny at Dolomite. Mm-hmm. He was. Like, you have some heavy hitting people under your belt. You're a heavy hitter. You've been through ups and downs in the business. What is something that you feel most happy about that you've overcame? Like, what is one of the most things that you like I've overcame this and I'm happy that I got over this?
Probably the pressure to be one of the beautiful bitches of Hollywood, Probably overcame the pressure to I'm going to have plastic surgery, I'm going to get this neck cut off. Then you want your arms done. Then you want your titties done. Then you want your belly done. Then you want your ass done. Then it's a vicious, addictive cycle.
Yeah.
And for who? Because I know tons of beautiful and not so beautiful women down in the South who would never even, it's the pressure of Hollywood. We would all like to wake up and this be gone, or this be gone, or this be gone. But the fact of the matter is, this is real fucking life. I'm a real fucking person. I'm not defined by my belly or my neck or my arms. And if a motherfucker can't see past that and see a genuine person inside, no matter what the packaging is, then fuck them anyway. So I'm glad that I got over that sense of the need to feel a certain way or feel perfect or look a certain type of way. I really just don't. I think that might come with age, too. I really just don't care, because you can get caught up in obsession and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to get obsessed about that. I'm proud that my daughter has seen the progress and seen success. I'm glad that she has seen me move from the studio, from sleeping on somebody's couch in somebody's garage to living in a tiny, 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 tiny motel, to living in a studio, to getting in a house, to now getting in an estate. My daughter has seen that progression and knows that it can be done, and you don't have to do it the traditional way. You don't have to work 9 to 5, get a go, watch, sit down, retire, watch The Price is Right, and die. You don't have to live your life like that. And my daughter is a dancer, a professional dancer. She's danced on the Grammys. She's danced around Lizzo and stuff like that, and she's got a talent for it. And she started in church as a praise dancer. A lot of people think I would grow up and have a ratchet-ass kid. I absolutely don't. My kid has a father. She has both parents. My kid went to San Diego State University. No student loan because mommy paid for that. My kid has made mistakes like everybody else. She's not out here pregnant. She's not out here on drugs. She's not sipping lean and taking Molly and all that type of shit. She likes a little too many tequila shots, but I'm not gonna begrudge her that, And I'm very, very proud of her, and I'm proud of me and her,
I want to know, I want to piggyback off of you saying about you struggling at a moment, because I think we all do that as plus size girls, with this being not being the status quo, or not being or society telling you're not desirable, you're not this. I know 2 niggas. I'm gonna tell you this. I know 2 niggas that I was fucking around with. That was like, you know what? One of my fantasies is for Luenell to sit on my face.
Really? Where is he? Is he I can accommodate that today. I'm free right after this interview.
So, and it's like, he said to me that, he say shit. He say Luenell freaky. Luenell freaking in the motherfucker. I like Luenell. And I was like, that's my friend, bitch. Don't be telling me about my motherfucker.
Especially while we in bed.
Bitch, don't be telling me about my motherfucking friend, bitch. But here's the gag. After all of that, you got the deal with Rihanna, with the Fenty. And after that, like, you went viral for that. And then you dropped an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Bitch.
What happened was...
Yes, tell us what happened, girl.
So, it was almost Rona. It wasn't Rona yet. And one of my friends is a tour bus driver. He drove with me when I was on tour before, and he was driving for her. I didn't know it. He called me late one night on FaceTime. I'm laying in the bed looking busted and shit like this, and he calls late and he says, Lunell, what's up? I'm like, what's going on? He said, we was just watching you on the TV here on the tour bus. I said, we who? He said, my client. I said, well, who's your client? Boom, Rihanna pops on the FaceTime. I'm like, I almost broke my fucking fingernail trying to screenshot. I'm like, am I having I was like, click, 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 click. And she's like, no, she's a big comedy fan. She's a fan of mine. And I was like, well, thank you so much. Oh my God, I can't believe this. And I told her, I said, my daughter is a big fan of your lingerie. I wish you made it in bigger sizes. And she said, I do. I said, you do? I said, well, shoot, I want to be a Fenty model. I just threw it out there. And she said, okay, let's make it happen. I was like, oh, right on. And kiki, we got off the phone. I was like, oh, that was fun. That was cool. That was nice little conversation, fantasy. That's great. About 2 days later, I get a DM from Rihanna herself. Send me your email. So I sent her my email. So contracts started coming. I was like, what? And my manager, I'm like, who's my best friend, I'm like, look at this. Rihanna just sent me this contract, so maybe I could be a model. So then it was done. You're going to get this. We need you to post on the story. We need you to do this weekly, da-da-da-da. So then they send you a catalog, and you pick out the lingerie that you want to model, and they send it to you. And then you have to have a photo shoot. You have to send the pictures in, and they pick the ones they're going to use for the story, the post, and all this. Now, what happened was, though, when the lingerie showed up, I was like, uh-oh.
What happened?
I mean, because this shit is lingerie. I got 4 brothers. You know, I'm not really trying to post bras with hearts with my nipples sticking out. And my brothers, they didn't stick out. There was mesh. And then I'm not really trying to show. So my asset is my back, not my front per se. Titties, ass, stand behind the table. You know what I'm saying? So we did it. We took all these photos and they were fucking great. And we were sitting back and we did that for 2 years. I even got to do the Fenty fashion show.
Yes.
That was on Amazon with Paris Hilton, Willow Smith, and all these kind of people. So now that's over. It's been 2 years. It's been great. My contract didn't get renewed after 2 years, and I was glad because it was work, and it was very, you got to do a lot of tucking and hiding and moving and squeezing.
Do you think that's why I haven't got it? Because I got to do a lot of tucking and hiding?
You might have to tuck a little bit more than most. The outfits are very skimpy. And you do like me, do a lot of back shots. So then, the OnlyFans came about because that's about a year or two after the Rona, because I shot all through the Rona. We did the fashion show where everybody's wearing masks until we just had to take them off right for the camera. It was all that. You remember all that?
Yes.
So I have got all these great pictures now. What am I just going to have these pictures on my phone? I think that I should display them somewhere. Well, I can't keep running them on Instagram. They've already been on Instagram for the ad. So I said, well, maybe we'll start an OnlyFans and I'll just be able to put all these nice pictures up, And so we did that. And that worked for about a week.
The makings of a porn star.
Yeah, then it was like, show me your titty, bust that pussy open.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Luenell. Wait a minute. So these are the people inside the OnlyFans saying, fuck that, fuck all that.
First they came on because of out of curiosity. Like anybody can get an OnlyFans, but it helps you make more money if you're a celebrity and people really want to see. You'd be surprised how many people want to see a 60-year-old pussy, baby.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be surprised. You'd be amazed at who want to suck a 50-year-old dick.
Guess what? I'm not surprised. That's the fucking problem. I'm not fucking surprised. That's what I do know. Mm-hmm.
So
I put all these pictures up. They're great, booty shots. And so they start asking for a couple things. And the easy shit, like play with your titties or whatever, I'm like, well, everybody's got to know it's me because even if I take off my jewelry, my nails are like my brand.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm like worried. I'm like, is somebody going to screenshot this and, whatever like that. And then so I said, now I've got to tell my daughter because I'm sure she got some little college boys out there that want to see auntie, And so we had went out to lunch, right? We went out to lunch. I'm like, gotta tell her. So we're eating lunch, and I say, hey, by the way, I'm on OnlyFans with a dick in my hand. Hand me the hot sauce. That's how I said it. She's like, what? I said, okay, I had all those Savage Fenty pictures, right? I think they're really pretty. So I started an OnlyFans. I put them on there. Listen. I'll tell my fucking kid before somebody in the street got to tell her.
Correct.
Okay, and I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. And you don't run me. I'm your mother.
Yeah.
It's only going to hurt for a little while. So I told her that, and she's like, Mom. She said, well, whose hand is it?
You said, whose dick is it?
No, but yeah, whose dick is it? That's what she said. I said, you don't know him. Don't worry about it. And so I did a couple little things. But I never did no dick suckings. There's no dick suckings. There's a couple pussy shots out there. But I had fucked this guy and we took some pictures. So I had him sign a waiver. So I didn't have a photo session with somebody photographed me fucking this guy. The guy took pictures of it. And so then we just used those. And then I didn't do it no more.
Lunell, listen. So I gotta ask you. So the person, after they saw the Savage Fenty picture, they because they message you on the inside.
They tell me what they want.
And it was like, fuck that.
Bust that bitch open, Luenell. We trying to see your urethra. I was like, oh my God. And then who's gonna shoot it for you? So, like, I'm not gonna have my girlfriend or nobody come over. I don't even get Brazilian wax. I'm not doing it. I can't have nobody come over. Okay, put the light on my pussy. I'm not doing that. So then you try to do it yourself, take pictures yourself, put the phone on the timer. As a fat bitch, it's like, oh, I'm about to pass out. I got my legs too high. So I didn't really do a lot of that. As a matter of fact, I didn't do any of that. I just had a couple of dick in my pussy pictures, and that's it. Moving on. But then, after I got 50 bands for some of the shit, then on New Year's Eve, I shut it down. That was last year. Bye-bye. What, Maddie? Oh, God. What, child? I know you're not speechless, honey.
I am.
I know you're not.
I am. Because I wouldn't, not that I'm saying...
But isn't that innocent? That's innocent.
It is. But you was like, fuck that. Shit.
I ain't got to give the people what they want.
I got to get what they want. And I'm with it. Mm-hmm. And your nails was wrapped around the dick.
Oh, yeah, girl.
And you had it right by the... So it is a few pussy shots out there. And I seen you getting over in the bathtub wet and naked. Oh, my God. So Luenell, please tell me that all that shit that them hoes was doing, all that trash talking, you didn't give a fuck about it.
Who was trash talking?
You know they were talking about some, because they do it to me.
I mean, of course you would talk trash. 60-year-old bitch, I'd be shaving myself.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, meet me at the bank, bitch.
You said meet me at the bank?
Meet me at the bank.
Oh, meet me at the bank.
The bank. I did it for the same, I didn't even start doing it for that reason. My shit was innocent. But when the money started came in, I did it for the same reason the little hoes do it. And I've called them little hoes before because that's what we are.
Yeah.
You're doing like that, telling you, so me too. But I didn't do it for long because when the shit started getting outrageous.
Yeah, it was too many requests.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not really a porn star and I'm not really trying to stay down this lane. And it's enough. My daughter knew about it. I'm sure she wasn't one of her proudest moments. But, she's fine.
Lunell, listening to you talk from the start of this show all the way down to now, you have lived a full life.
Yeah, not a good one all the time,
But that's what life is all about. I'm going to title the show, Meet Me at the Bank.
Meet me at the bank.
Because you started out at the bank,
and
you
I
ended up at the fucking bank.
That's a good analogy, Maddie.
You did.
It did.
It's like, because through all the ups and downs, through everything, it was about the progression of you. It's about maintaining a lifestyle, a life for you. It was about survival. And I think what tends to happen with people out there who judge us for having what is the word I want to use? Having
transgressions.
But what's the life? Having these unorthodox lives.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They judge us for having these things or whatever. And if the shoe was on the other foot and it was a need to survive, who knows what the fuck they would do?
Well, I mean, I could sit here and tell another I slept in my car story. I did. I could sit here and tell you about how much crack I cooked and smoked. I did. I think that survival is a very strong motivation.
Yes.
And when you don't, I have 7 brothers and sisters, but they didn't help me along this journey. They thought I was a fool. I'm from Arkansas. Nobody in my family's ever been on TV, unless it was for like drunk driving or some shit like that.
Cops.
Yeah, cops. But, you know, I didn't really get a lot of support in the journey that I was going on. But I serve a God who watches out for me, who knows the desires of my heart, and knows that at the end of the day, I'm really not a porn star, really not a drug addict. I'm really a worthwhile, viable person who likes to make people who've been in those dark holes where I'm at feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I did all this shit. The blister from flicking the fucking lighter, from lighting the motherfucking pipe, cooking the motherfucking dope. I lived in Oakland. We was infested. The school teachers, the bus drivers, the mailmen, everybody was on crack. It was bananas.
You beat it.
And I beat it.
You beat it. You beat it.
Cold turkey.
Yeah.
Fell in love, put the pipe down, haven't touched cocaine in 20-something years. Fell in love and put the pipe down.
Was it your baby daddy you fell in love?
No.
Wait a minute.
My husband.
It was your husband?
Yeah, my husband and my baby daddy, two different guys. Who knew?
I did.
But my baby daddy is cool. Like, I talk to him every day. He's cool. We're good. But we didn't, you know, he wasn't the love of my life. My love of my life was my husband.
Are you still married to him now?
No, he passed away last year.
He's with the angels.
He's with the Lord.
And walks with you still.
Yes, absolutely. Visits me. All that. That's why I'm not out here as thirsty as I used to be. I used to be like, oh, I'm 60-something. Nobody's going to want me. These motherfuckers are intimidated by my job and they're bitches and they, you know, like to suck dick on the weekends and all this kind of shit. And it's nobody out here. They're a bunch of fuckboys and all that kind of stuff. I was worried about not being with anybody anymore for the rest of my life. But I'm not worried about it anymore. Because if God sends somebody to me and they're the right person, it's going to happen. If not, you know, I have my career and I have my friends and my family and my girlfriends and my daughter. And I just have to deal with what so many women, black women especially, are dealing with now. I know like 50 boss-ass bitches that have not had sex with anybody in like 10 years. Because just opening your legs up to anybody these days could be your life. It could be deadly.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers ain't about shit. And, you know, when you're 20 and 23 and 25 and 17 and all that, you can fucking walk away. It's no big deal. But, you know, we got more invested in who we lay down with at this age. And so for somebody to get this box or even come upstairs in my house, because we can fuck downstairs, you got to be a cold motherfucker to get upstairs in my house. To even come to my house. Because then they start clocking your dollars and looking around and seeing this and all that. I don't want motherfuckers to have the code to the security gate, you know, to get into my community where the guard is. None of that.
So what I'm hearing you saying is that your sex life is
non-existent for now. Just because I could fuck when I leave here. There's somebody I can fuck right down the street. But I don't want that no more. I don't want to just. I have an icebox where my heart used to be. I don't want to just fuck for play no more. I want to have fun. I want to fuck somebody and actually want to spend the rest of the day with them. I don't have a lot of fucking time. No way. I'm only in town like 2 days a week. You know, I can fuck on the road if you want to see somebody once a year and all that type of shit. But I just need to, you know, we need to meet at a place of respect and understanding. Realize that I'm a boss bitch. I'm not a regular asshole. And if you can deal with that and all that comes with that, we are going to get interrupted at dinner. We are going to get interrupted at the concert. We are going to get interrupted going anywhere. People are going to interrupt me. If you can deal with that, then maybe we can move on from there. But if that's intimidating to you, if that irritates you, you know, you get it. Then, you know, if you can't deal with that, and you can't deal with me and my lifestyle when I'm not even out soliciting that. I'm not like, here, everybody, I'm here. You know, I try to be very low-key and be respectful to whoever the fuck I'm with. But if you can't deal with that, we can't go nowhere. And I'm not for this shit. You know, like I always say, if a man wants you, he gonna make you know it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to beg, ask, be confused, and no shit like that. And I'm not with the bullshit, you know. Let's have fun. If you get on my nerves, you got to go.
What's your sign?
Pisces, all day, textbook, March 12th. Textbook. What are you?
I'm a Libra, but I'm a Pisces moon.
Lovely. That's why.
Well,
That's why
Pisces
we
moon.
like that.
Yes, yes. And I feel the same way that you feel. And I'm glad that I'm glad you done did all your freaky shit. You still do your freaky shit if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you in an era now where everybody can't just do it. Everybody can't touch on you, whatever.
Mm-mm.
And
because the social media, guess who bet? I just got
yeah.
Look at I took a picture when she
Yeah.
wasn't looking. Look, that's her nails. That's really her.
Yeah.
You can't trust nobody.
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
definitely going to have a NDA and to leave your phone in the car rule.
Well, I got that though. But and here's the thing. Ladies and gentlemen watching this podcast, I really want you to understand that don't you get it twisted. That plus that bitch pork chops. Greasy pork chops.
Got fat on them and you love them.
Greasy pork chops. And even if you don't eat pork, bitch, whatever got some good fat on it, best
Like
with a flavor.
Steak. You want a steak that's marbled with some fat, not just all lean. Just saying.
Suck the gristle, nigga.
Ooh.
Lunell, I love you. I love you like a fat
I
bitch.
want to go. Let's do part 2.
I love you like a fat bitch love chocolate chip cookies. And I'm a fat bitch and I do like chocolate
I'm
chip.
more of a pork chop bitch. But
I'm a pork chop bitch too. Trust. I'm going to get me a piece before I leave here, pork
like
chop.
people talk about, I don't eat pork, but I eat bacon.
Like nigga.
Like bacon ain't pork.
Like, yeah.
But bacon is bacon.
They say they don't eat pork, but they eat pussy. Pussy is pork. You ever taste how sweet that pork meat you chocolate?
Actually, I have. I mean, I went to college.
Oh, that's when it happened?
That's when it starts.
In college? So you
Not for everybody.
You done went lesbian.
I mean, no, bitch, no. Somebody probably slipped me something. I don't know what happened, you know?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. No, it's just, I mean, you go through life experiences.
Everything. And that's why I appreciate you, Lunell. You've lived life. You're still living life. You have we're at the end of the show now, so I want to tell people you have a Vegas residency.
I do. I'm the only black female comic in Las Vegas with a comedy residency. It's at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. You know Jimmy Kimmel on TV. He has a comedy club behind the link by the big Ferris wheel in Las Vegas. I'm there every Sunday and Monday night at 10 p.m. for the last 5 years. I just signed for like 2 more years, so I'll be there. I do take a vacation, so, we have to work that out. And then also I just started doing a new thing here in L.A., because we're in L.A., everybody. In L.A. at a club called Flappers, which is very popular. It's in Burbank, and it is the first Wednesday of every month. So I got like August, September, October, November, December to do these, and people can come out and see because I don't do Los Angeles very often. But now I got Flappers once a month, and you can come and see me there. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Lunell, at Lunell. I would say slide me a DM, but, good luck with that. Because I used to, at one point, answer all my DMs.
Me too.
Back in the day. But when the shit got overwhelming,
you talking about that OnlyFans?
No, I don't have the OnlyFans anymore. Why are you so stuck on that, man? I'm talking about in my DM, regular IG DM. I used to answer all of the DMs, but I can't no more. It's too many.
Yeah. Yep.
And so usually it's just like my friend, but you can shoot your shot though. I might get to.
You heard the lady. She said, tell the man with the money to come in here and pay me.
Period. And I don't have a racial or religious preference anymore.
Just meet me at the bank.
I got my eye on this little white Jewish man right now. He got 4 homes and a castle. A castle, bitch.
Lunell said, what? Meet me at the bank.
Meet me at the bank.
Listen, Lunell, I love you I love you down.
Like a fat bitch love cookie.
Like a fat bitch
cookie.
love a pork chop.
Oh, my God, that's love. Oh, fuck, that's love.
You are always welcome over here at the Outlaws podcast and everywhere where I'm at.
And I'm just going to close in saying how proud I am of you because this path you have chosen to walk is not an easy one.
No.
And it's family, it's friends, it's everybody and all that shit. And when everybody tell you no, 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 the difference between the people who make it and the people who don't are the people who don't take no for an answer. Here we are. This is fucking iHeartRadio.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing this at the dining room table any fucking more.
Mm-hmm.
All you've been able to do is elevate and people like you and Laverne and others that have chosen this path, you know, to just be your fucking self unapologetically, which is what we are, is inspiration to other people who are sitting in their bedroom watching this podcast right now. You know, the one thing you have to do is you can't hide from God. You have to be true to yourself. Whoever the fuck that is, be true to yourself. But look good doing it, bitch, because some of you motherfuckers.
You heard what she said, bitch. You heard what she said. Be true to yourself and look good while you're doing it.
Caitlyn Jenner, stop it.
Please, please, ho. Please, you
Caitlyn,
big,
stop.
goddamn Bigfoot ass bitch.
Ain't
Ooh.
even tried to change his voice.
Oh my God, listen,
Hi, my name is Caitlyn.
Hi guys, I need fast
And I'm a
acting tonight.
Republican.
I'm a Republican. Hi.
Bitch, get a chemical peel.
Girl,
Sit down
listen,
somewhere.
put some goddamn dones on that back and rub some grease on them feet.
Ooh, them feet.
Oh my God. Did you see that bitch? All right, y'all, we gone.
Okay. Bye.